Hello, wonderful friends. It's so good to be with you today. As we reach these golden years, every single year, every month, even every day feels a little more precious, doesn't it? We've accumulated a lifetime of wisdom, experiences, and memories. We cherish our independence, our ability to enjoy the simple pleasures, and our connections with loved ones. But sometimes, our bodies start sending us subtle messages, nudges that we might be tempted to brush aside. Today we're going to talk about something many of us experience but often ignore: joint pain after 60. It might be a little stiffness when you first get out of bed, a nagging ache in your knee after a long walk, or that familiar throb in your hands when the weather changes. We often say, "Oh, it's just part of getting older," and we try to push through. But what if that seemingly minor discomfort is actually your body sending you a crucial, sometimes urgent, message? What if ignoring it isn't just about enduring a little pain, but about silently undermining your quality of life, your independence, and even your overall health in surprising ways? For too long, we've been conditioned to think that joint pain is inevitable. But while some wear and tear is normal, persistent pain is not something you simply have to live with. In fact, ignoring it can lead to a cascade of other issues you might not even realize are connected. Today we're going to uncover 5 often overlooked dangers of sweeping that joint pain under the rug. We'll explore how it can impact far more than just your physical comfort, and we'll talk about why listening to your body now can safeguard the vibrant, fulfilling life you deserve in the years ahead. So, settle in, perhaps with a cup of tea, and let's explore this important topic together. Danger 1. The silent threat to your balance and mobility. Let's start with something fundamental: your balance and mobility. When our joints hurt even a little, we naturally start to move differently. We might favor one side, take smaller steps, or avoid certain movements altogether. This isn't just about being uncomfortable. It's about a subtle, often unconscious, shift in how your body carries itself. Imagine you have a nagging ache in your knee. You might find yourself relying more on the other leg or gripping the handrail extra tightly when going up and down stairs. Over time, this can lead to weaker muscles around the painful joint and a decreased sense of confidence in your footing. This subtle imbalance, this loss of confidence, can have serious consequences. A slight misstep that might have been easily recovered in your younger years can now lead to a fall, and falls, as we know, can be devastating for seniors. They can result in fractures, head injuries, and a significant loss of independence. Let me tell you about Nancy. Nancy was a vibrant woman, always on the go, loved her garden. But her knee pain, a persistent ache she'd had for years, started making her hesitant. She stopped going on her daily walks, she found it harder to get up from her favorite armchair, and she even started avoiding social gatherings that involved much standing or walking. She told herself, "It's just my knees, I'm old." But what she didn't realize was that by avoiding movement, she was actually losing strength in the very muscles that supported her knees and helped her balance. One day, she stumbled over a loose rug in her own home, something she would have easily caught herself from before. Thankfully, she wasn't seriously hurt, but it was a wake-up call. It made her realize that ignoring that nagging knee pain wasn't just about discomfort. It was eroding her ability to move freely and confidently, threatening her precious independence. Ignoring joint pain can quietly rob you of your ability to enjoy walks, pursue hobbies, or simply move around your home with ease. It creates a domino effect. Pain leads to less movement leads to weaker muscles lead to poorer balance, and poorer balance significantly increases your risk of falls. Don't let a small ache silently undermine your ability to live life on your own terms. Taking steps to address joint pain is a direct investment in your long-term mobility and safety. Danger 2. How joint pain steals your precious sleep. Now, let's talk about something incredibly vital for our overall health and well-being, especially as we age: sleep. We all know how restorative a good night's sleep can be. It's when our bodies repair themselves, our minds clear, and our energy reserves are replenished. But for many who suffer from chronic joint pain, quality sleep becomes a distant dream. Imagine you finally lie down, ready to drift off, but every time you shift, that dull ache in your shoulder flares up, or your hip protests when you try to get comfortable. It's a relentless cycle. The pain keeps you awake, and the lack of sleep makes your pain feel even worse the next day. This isn't just about feeling tired. Chronic sleep deprivation, fueled by persistent pain, can have profound effects on your health. It can weaken your immune system, make you more susceptible to illness, and even contribute to other chronic conditions. Take Tom, for instance. Tom had always been an early riser, loved his morning walks before the world woke up. But for months, a persistent hip pain kept him up at night. He'd wake up every hour, shifting, sighing, trying to find a position that didn't hurt. He started feeling perpetually exhausted. His morning walks became a distant memory, replaced by sluggishness and irritability. He even started falling asleep during daytime activities, which worried his family. He tried over-the-counter pain relievers, but they only offered temporary relief, and the underlying issue of his disturbed sleep remained. Tom's story isn't uncommon. Many older adults find that joint pain directly disrupts their sleep patterns, leading to a host of other health problems that stem from chronic fatigue and a body that isn't getting the restorative rest it desperately needs. Sleep is our body's nightly repair shop, and when pain keeps that shop closed, the consequences ripple throughout our entire system. Danger 3. The unseen impact on your mental well-being. Beyond the physical discomfort, ignoring persistent joint pain can cast a long shadow over our mental well-being. It's easy to dismiss it as just pain, but the constant, nagging presence of discomfort can subtly erode our mood, our patience, and our overall enjoyment of life. Think about it. When you're in pain, even low-level pain, for days, weeks, or months on end, it's hard to feel truly joyful or optimistic. Simple tasks become chores. Hobbies that once brought pleasure now seem too difficult or painful to pursue. This continuous struggle can lead to feelings of frustration, helplessness, and even isolation. Many people experience a noticeable decline in their mood, sometimes leading to anxiety or even depression, without fully realizing that the underlying cause is their unaddressed joint pain. They might withdraw from social activities, lose interest in their favorite pastimes, and simply feel a general sense of being down or blue. Remember Nancy, whose knee pain made her reluctant to walk? Beyond the physical limitations, she started noticing a shift in her own spirit. She used to love painting, but holding the brush became uncomfortable. Playing with her grandchildren on the floor was out of the question. She found herself watching more television, feeling less engaged with the world, and often feeling a quiet sadness she couldn't quite pinpoint. Her family noticed too. She wasn't her usual bubbly self. It was only after she finally sought help for her knee that she realized how much the constant pain had been draining her mental energy and stealing her joy. As her physical pain lessened, so did her emotional burden. Her enthusiasm for life slowly returned, proving that our physical and mental health are inextricably linked. Persistent pain is not just a physical burden. It's an emotional and psychological one too. Don't underestimate its power to dim your inner light. Danger 4. Eroding your social life and connections. One of the most cherished aspects of our later years is the opportunity to nurture our social connections. Spending time with family, catching up with old friends, or making new ones. But the hidden danger of ignoring joint pain is its insidious way of slowly, silently, eroding these vital connections. When your joints hurt, it's easy to start making excuses. I can't go to that dinner, sitting for too long will hurt my back. I'll skip the family picnic. Walking on uneven ground is too painful for my ankle. I'd love to join the book club, but carrying the books and moving around is just too much for my hands. Slowly but surely, these small decisions add up. You find yourself declining invitations more often, staying home more, and interacting less with the people who bring joy and meaning to your life. This isn't about being antisocial, it's about the pain dictating your choices. This social withdrawal, even if unintentional, can lead to feelings of loneliness and isolation, which are incredibly detrimental to our overall health and longevity. Human connection is like fuel for our spirit, and without it, we can truly start to wither. Let's revisit Tom, who struggled with sleep due to his hip pain. His pain didn't just affect his sleep, it began to shrink his world. He stopped playing cards with his buddies at the local club because sitting for hours was unbearable. He missed his granddaughter's school play because the thought of navigating the crowded auditorium and hard seats was too daunting. He felt a growing sense of detachment even from his closest friends. They would call and he'd find excuses not to go out. He knew they cared, but he was tired of explaining, tired of feeling limited. It was a lonely road. But once Tom sought help for his hip, and the pain began to subside, a remarkable change happened. He started saying yes to invitations. He joined his card group again, even started walking a bit with them before the game. The joy and laughter returned to his life, reminding him just how much he'd been missing. Your social life is a precious gift, and persistent joint pain can quietly steal it away if you let it. Don't let pain isolate you from the very people and experiences that enrich your life. Danger 5. The surprising link to your heart health. This next danger might surprise you, but it's incredibly important. The hidden link between chronic joint pain and your heart health. It's not a direct cause and effect in the way a clogged artery is, but it's a critical ripple effect. Here's how it works. When you experience chronic joint pain, especially the kind caused by conditions like osteoarthritis or rheumatoid arthritis, Your body is often in a state of low-grade, persistent inflammation. Think of inflammation as your body's natural response to injury or irritation. It's good in the short term, like when you sprain an ankle. But when it becomes chronic, it's like a fire that never quite goes out, silently smoldering throughout your entire system. This chronic inflammation isn't just limited to your joints. It can contribute to inflammation in other parts of your body, including your arteries. Over time, this systemic inflammation can increase your risk factors for serious conditions like heart disease, stroke, and even diabetes. I recently spoke with Dr. Emily, a family physician who specializes in senior care. She shared a powerful example. Many of my patients come to me primarily complaining about joint pain, she explained. But when we dig deeper, we often find they've also become less active due to the pain. They're not walking as much, not gardening, not staying as engaged. This reduced physical activity, combined with the body's chronic inflammatory response to the joint pain, creates a perfect storm for heart health risks. It's not just the pain itself, but the lifestyle changes it forces, and the underlying inflammatory process, that can put the heart under undue stress. She emphasized that getting joint pain under control often leads to increased activity, reduced inflammation, and in turn, significant benefits for cardiovascular health. So, that seemingly innocent ache in your knee could be a silent contributor to a much larger health picture. Don't underestimate the profound, interconnected nature of your body. Addressing joint pain is an investment in your entire well-being, including your precious heart. We've covered some serious ground today, haven't we? From threatening your balance and stealing your sleep, to dimming your mental well-being, eroding your social life, and even surprising connections to your heart health. Ignoring persistent joint pain after 60 is far more dangerous than simply living with discomfort. Your body is an incredible system, and those aches and pains aren't just random annoyances. They are signals. They are your body's way of asking for attention, for care, for understanding. The good news is that you don't have to simply accept chronic joint pain as an inevitable part of aging. There are so many things you can do, from gentle exercises and stretches to dietary adjustments, to working with your doctor on pain management strategies. Key is to start listening, to acknowledge what your body is telling you, and to take proactive steps. Remember Nancy and Tom? Their stories show us that addressing joint pain isn't just about feeling better in the moment. It's about reclaiming your balance, regaining restful sleep, rediscovering your joy, reconnecting with loved ones, and safeguarding your long-term health. It's about ensuring that your golden years truly are golden, full of vitality, independence, and the freedom to enjoy life to the fullest. We truly hope this conversation has given you something to think about, perhaps a new perspective on those nagging aches. We'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today or how this topic resonates with you. Your thoughts and experiences are so valuable, not just to us, but to others in our community who might be going through something similar. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you won't miss the next one. Stay well, stay inspired, and see you next time.